The iPhone 14 Pro is the latest and greatest iPhone from Apple, and it comes with a lot of new features and improvements over its predecessor, but the big question like every year still remains: should you upgrade? It really depends on what you're looking to get out of your phone, and that's what we're going to talk about today. First, I'll share a couple of reasons why it might be worth upgrading, and then I'll share a few thoughts on why it might be beneficial to wait. Historically, Apple has followed a reasonably predictable schedule on when and how they release their iPhones, seeing a redesign of the hardware almost every 2 years. More recently, however, we're getting a redesigned iPhone a lot less often than that, and I've seen them more or less keep that same iPhone look. Up until the release of the 14 Pro, that is, and while you can still tell it's an iPhone when you look at it, there was an effort made to make some visual changes. You've all heard about it by now, and whether you love it or hate it, the dynamic island is finally here. Although the island concept has been met with some resistance, so many people hated and complained about the notch. Personally, I like the island better, and I feel like it's a step towards the right direction, even though it's not perfect. And I think it's neat that Apple has managed to turn the dynamic island into a functioning feature, letting you receive notifications and live score updates on each side of it. And for you notch haters out there, there's reason number one to upgrade to the 14 Pro. Now let's take a look at some of the basic specs. The iPhone 14 Pro comes with a 6.1-inch OLED Super Retina XDR display with a resolution of 2556 by 1179. It's powered by Apple's A16 Bionic chip, which is incredibly fast and efficient. It includes 2 high-performance cores and 4 high-efficiency cores, and so far has demonstrated modest improvements over the A15 chip found in the iPhone 13. If you're unaware, it is important to note that the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus models still have the same A15 chip found in the 13s. And you can see the size and weight of both the 14 Pro and Pro Max on the screen now, with the Pro Max about half an inch taller and almost 1¼ ounces heavier. The camera is also a big selling point for the 14 Pro. It includes the normal triple lens setup we're all used to, with updated hardware and a larger 48 megapixel sensor. And for reference, every camera since the iPhone 6s has featured nothing but 12 megapixel cameras. This camera is capable of taking stunning photos and videos, even in low light conditions. And thanks to the new chip, you'll enjoy new photo and video features such as the new and improved second generation video stabilization mode that really takes it to the next level over the same mode on the iPhone 13 and gives you higher resolution ProRAW photos. So if having the latest camera and chip that's available in the iPhone lineup is a must-have for you, there's your reason number 2 that you should upgrade. Are you a previous Android user and once you switched over to Apple, you wish you had the option to make your lock screen display always show your clock and notifications? Or maybe you've been using the Apple Watch for a long time now and wish you could integrate the always-on display feature from it to your iPhone. Well, if that's important to some of you, the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max exclusively now have this feature. The A16 chip allows the display to operate with a refresh rate as low as 1 Hz with a new low power mode. The always-on display feature even allows you to choose and add up to 4 widgets to your lock screen, giving you a peek into your phone without having to unlock it. Initially, when hearing this, the normal first thought is battery life, especially considering that you even see your lock screen wallpaper. But after reading some of the initial tests that some others have done, it doesn't seem to have that big of an impact on how much it drains the battery. We're talking about a difference of 0.2% per hour. If you're the person that wants to save every precious percent of battery you can, of course you can always turn off the always-on display feature if you choose, thanks to the iOS 16.2 update. And voila, there's your reason number 3. So, should you buy the iPhone 14 Pro? It's really going to come down to your specific needs and what you currently have. At the moment, it's still priced at $999, and if you're looking for a high-end phone with top-of-the-line specs and the newest feature, then the iPhone 14 Pro is definitely worth considering. However, there are a few reasons why some of you might want to wait. With it already being February and the iPhone 15 lineup expected to be released in September, that's not a very long time to wait, especially if you're semi-content with what you already have. I've heard and seen plenty of rumors that with the iPhone 15 Pro, we could potentially see even more visual design updates with a possible small notification screen on the back. It's a cool concept and I'd be interested to see how functional it actually is. Also, Apple is reportedly making their own all-in-one Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular chip, and if it's done in time, we could potentially see it debut in the iPhone 15 lineup. So if you currently have the 12 or 13 Pro and want to upgrade, I would probably wait the 7 months or so until the new 15 Pro arrives, unless you absolutely have to have some of the features that I mentioned above. And of course, if you're the type of person that doesn't ever get the newest phone because you could care less and you just want a reliable iPhone, or if you're on a budget, there are other options available that might be more affordable and just as reliable. On the other hand, if you were to upgrade to the 14 Pro now, you're more than likely to get a higher trade-in value on your current phone, and you could always trade the 14 in for the 15 once it becomes available. And those are my 3 big reasons on why you might want to consider upgrading to the 14 Pro. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like it and subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot of great content coming soon. Thanks for watching. See ya.